2006 saw the explosion of online peer-to-peer communities like MySpace, YouTube, and Second Life. These virtual worlds with millions of people exchanging ideas, opinions, and experiences seemed like a goldmine for marketers, and so they came by the hundreds. Problem was, even the coolest brands and slickest advertisers were getting the cold shoulder from their virtual neighbors. Why? It was the convention. Advertisers come to the peer-to-peer world as impersonal brands and products. Enter the 2007 Nissan Sentra and an engaging TV campaign featuring young urbanite Mark Horowitz.
Hey, I'm Mark Horowitz. I just got myself a brand new Nissan Sentra. The dealer said I could pretty much live out of this car, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Our task was to connect the next generation Nissan Sentra with this young, tech-savvy target, and we knew the peer-to-peer networks were the place to do it. Our vision? To connect and interact with our target on a personal level. But to avoid the mistakes other advertisers had made, we had to do things differently. We had to disrupt the process. To communicate in a peer-to-peer medium, you have to be a peer. Authenticity was our goal. The Sentra needed a real face that people could connect with and interact with. So we moved over to Shotgun and handed the keys to our friend Mark Horowitz. Collaborating with Mark, we first created 3 blogs to tell the story of his 7 days in the Sentra. Videos, drawings, photos, and even flash animations were given a homegrown feel, lending Mark more credibility throughout the blogosphere. Next, we introduced Mark to the MySpace world. In this online community where self-expression is everything, we focused more on Mark as a person. Users could download his favorite music, read about his frustrations at work, check out a very embarrassing dance video, and even download an instant messenger icon of Mark's sidekick, Toastalicious.
You look like a little caterpillar. You look like you're gonna blossom into a wonderful, beautiful butterfly.
After planting our seeds in the blogosphere, it was time to take the Sentra to the millions of whatever those things are that populate the virtual world of Second Life. To generate real-life interest in the Sentra, we built fully drivable Second Life replicas of the car and stocked them in a 5-story tall vending machine on the newly built Nissan Island. The Sentras were free, but knowing how Second Lifers love a challenge, we locked the machine and left the secret code in the hands of none other than Toastalicious. Manned by a real person, Mr. Licious was sought out by Second Lifers who chatted him up for the code, flew to Nissan Island, and took delivery of a shiny new virtual Sentra. To complete the surreal car buying experience, we even outfitted the Sentra with an anti-gravity button and built our customers a double loop where they could test their new ride. After having so much fun connecting with our target in the virtual world, our biggest challenge still lay ahead. How could we continue our peer-to-peer communication in the confined spaces of traditional ad banners? Using Mark's character, we created a series of interactive ads that went light on the corporate speak and heavy on the interaction. One banner touted the Sentra's digital sound system while users played Puppet Master with a clunky breakdancing Mark. I'll get you some, Mark. They could even record their moves as a movie and send it to a friend. In another ad, users listened to and downloaded music from Mark's 7 Days in a Sentra playlist. Again, the playlist could be sent to a friend via email. By sharing with our users and rewarding their interaction, we were able to maintain a peer-like relationship in the least likely of spaces. Last but not least, we took our strategy of connection and interaction into the real world. Employing the latest in flash technology, we created a fleet of fully mobile, fully interactive digital billboards and placed them in urban social spots throughout the country. Here was an invitation to play along with the 7 Days in a Sentra story, to kick a soccer ball with Mark on the beach, to swat at virtual fireflies and catch virtual leaves. Like everything in our campaign, we set out to engage our target not as consumers, but as peers, and so they came. They came to the digital billboards, standing in line for a chance to interact with Mark and the Sentra. They came to our rich media banners and stayed and played for an average of 40 seconds. That's longer engagement than a 30-second TV spot. Better engagement too, since our users were actually interacting with the advertising. In Second Life, 15,000 of them came to visit Nissan Island, over 5% of the active Second Life population, and 7,800 of them took the time to find Toast, get the code, and pick up a shiny new Sentra. Percentage-wise, that's the equivalent of selling a Nissan Sentra to every licensed driver in Wyoming, Vermont, North Dakota, Montana, South Dakota, New Hampshire, Delaware, Maine, Idaho, Alaska, and Hawaii, brah. The blogs were busy too, receiving over 78,000 visitors during the campaign cycle. And the MySpace crowd flocked to Mark's Sentra page. With over 450,000 page visits, Mark's inbox was flooded with requests to join his friend network. As it turns out, 19,000 friends have a lot to say.
Dude, you have got to have the funniest MySpace page ever. I nearly wet my pants. Thanks for the music recommendation.
While living in you're my new idol.
Dude, you're an American hero. I want Toast. I love Toasty.
Yeah, Toast was popular, but so was Mark. And most importantly, so was their ride, the next generation Nissan Sentra.
You need any company in your Sentra apartment on
Damn
wheels?
good choice.
Love the Sentra.
Yeah.
Now I
Cool. The new Sentra is pretty.
I would totally buy it.